All right, just to move a step back, let's talk about Club Penguin. Like,
Oh,
what's
I
the
can talk
influence of
about
Club
this
Penguin
forever.
and
I
just
can.
penguins in
Oh
general?
my god, I can talk about this forever. You're the first person who's ever asked me this on a podcast, by the way. I'm going to talk for like
Of
half an
course.
hour now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of Deep Blue. My name is Casey, and for today, we are brought with another man who hates YouTube Kids content. Introducing the Beak.
Hello, hello, everybody. I am the Beak, and yeah, that's true. Bro. Oh my god, gee, I've just got back from holiday, and you've reminded me about the horrible YouTube Kids content on this platform. Oh my god,
Yeah, and
it's
you're our
so
third one,
bad.
too. Like, we had
Sorry.
Caleb on, and then we had
Oh yeah,
Raymundo on. So
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
like, all three of you guys are like YouTube Kids content's biggest haters.
Yeah, no, we're the biggest haters. Yeah, no, we are. But I think for valid reasons, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like old man yells at cloud or anything. Like, I think we're very valid in our complaints and our hating about YouTube Kids content because it's so bad. It's
It
horrible.
is. So my first icebreaker question for you is, did you ever end up buying that Grommet mug?
I don't have the Grommet mug, but what I do have is a Homer Simpson mug. I have that. If you want, I'll send you a photo of it. You can put it in the video. Hang on, let me get it quickly. Oh, bro, I couldn't get the Grommet mug, but I do have the Homer mug. Okay,
Wait,
it's
why
not
couldn't you
the
get the
actual.
Grommet mug?
I saw it when I was overseas, and I was so worried about taking it back in a suitcase because I would hate for it to break. Um, it would be. Hang on, let me open this quickly. Oh, come on, snipping tool, work. There we go. Okay, I will send it to you in your DMs. There you go. Yeah, I want to get a Grommet mug though, like really badly, so I can I'm collecting the Infinity Stones of funny bootleg merch, and the
Wait,
Grommet mug is something that's something that you need to get, I think, to complete my collection. I'm
is it
definitely
really
going
that
to try
rare
to
to
get one.
find the Grommet mug? Because I remember a meme where
I d-
someone bought a Grommet mug online, and it was just a picture of the Grommet mug on like just a regular mug.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's incredibly rare. I think it's more obscure than your usual mug. But I don't think it's like one of a kind thing. Like I think you can buy them, and I'm sure you can get them made. Like if you really wanted to, I'm sure you could. I don't know, go to some ceramic store, some pottery store, and be like, "Hello, I want to get a Grommet mug, please."
So for anyone who doesn't really know who you are, you want to introduce yourself?
So yeah, my name is The Beak. I make videos on YouTube. I think like all of your guests do. Yeah, and I'm pretty much. I don't even really know how to describe my channel. I guess you could say in quotation marks, commentary channel. But I'm not really like a daily slop. The YouTube kid situation is crazy. I'm more like a video essay, and not analytical. That makes me sound a bit. I make videos on things that I find interesting, and I like rabbit holes and deep dives and video essays and all of that type of stuff. And lots of it, yeah, well, lots of it, yeah, okay, I guess we could say lots of it. Lots of it is centered around looking at like YouTube Kids stuff, especially when it comes to rabbit holes. Um, yeah, because I feel like there's almost, I don't know if you would agree with me on this, but I feel like there's almost like an not infinite number, but there's a lot of really, 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 really bad content that is labeled for kids on YouTube. And then YouTubers like me and Raymundo, we bring attention to that.
Yeah, I still get a bunch of like Amazing Digital Circus and Inside Out 2, just like YouTube shorts, and it's always like,
Yeah.
well, for Inside Out 2 is always like gore. It's always like Riley killing someone or one of the
Yeah, no,
emotions
it is
killing
really
someone.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
like
then
Amazing Digital Circus is usually like weird NSFW stuff with like really dodgy
it,
thumbnails and all of that type of stuff. It's so weird. Oh,
I'm just wondering why do you like look at like some online web series and think, I'm going to make porn of this
yeah,
and then
it's
make it
so
for
weird.
kids.
And like that's the thing. It's like who is this content made for? Because like sure you can say it's made for kids, but like it obviously isn't solely made for that. I don't know. I've got my theories on it. I think lots of it might be like a fetish thing for people. But yeah, bro, I don't know. It's so weird. It's so it melts your brain honestly looking at that type of stuff. I don't think I'll ever fully understand why people make that type of content. I think it's like one of the unknown questions, you know, like it's just so weird. The people who make it absolute weirdos. They're so weird. They are so it's oh no, it's horrible. Honestly, it's disgusting.
And it's always evolving too. Like, let's say, like 15 years ago, it was always like Sonic or My Little Pony,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Vor, and then it evolved into Elsa Gate, and then we're just where we
Yeah.
are now. It just like you can get rid of it now, and then it's just gonna come back in a completely
Yeah, well,
different way.
that's the interesting thing, you know. Like, there's the whole idea that time is a flat circle, and like we're
Yeah,
doomed to repeat ourselves over and over and over and over and over again. And I think it's kind of true, to be honest. Like, I when was Elsa Gate? Was that where
that's like the
was that like
adpocalypse. Like that's like
was that
2016,
20
2017.
yeah, yeah, it was like 2016, 2017. And that was all like your Spider-Man and Elsa stuff, and like the Joker's gonna poo on people. And then yeah, it seemed like YouTube in quotation marks fixed the problem, but I don't think it really ever went away. And now, I think maybe I've already thought of this now. Actually, maybe it's because there's a lot more younger people using the internet now after COVID. Um, so because of that, online quotation mark kid related stuff has gotten more and more popular. So people are just trying to capitalize on that insane new demand for that kind of content. So maybe after Elsagate, it went away for a little bit. Even though I don't really know for certain, because I mean, maybe there was stuff about like FNAF games and everything like that, but I think that might have been a bit too before. I think FNAF was a bit before Elsagate. I think that was like 2012-ish, 2014. I don't know. So yeah, it just seems like it's reared up so much now. Yeah, it feels like it was a way. I mean, maybe it's because I've been looking into it more, so I've been seeing it more, and the algorithm has been recommending it to me more. Unfortunately, but yeah, it just seems like it's gotten so bad recently.
And how do you feel about like this
Maybe even
brain
worse than
rot?
Elsa.
Like, yeah, like how do you feel about just like brain rot, like the Roblox face chicken nugget or the like
Oh yeah,
just
like Gaggedy
Skibbity
Dagda
toilet
and that
kind of
shit. Well,
animations? Not Skibbity toilet itself, just like that stuff.
I watched that content for a week straight in a video, and it's still affected my sleeping schedule. Like it's still like it's really messed with my brain. But the weird thing is, I'm kind of at the moment I kind of have this like acceptance mindset of it. I'm like, look, okay, brain rot is ironically it is really funny. Like when people make like shit posts, like for the purpose of irony, that's really funny. But it's also a thing like once again, it's just time repeating itself because back in the day we had like YouTube poops and like weird Gmod animations and like all of that type of stuff and SFM shit. And I mean at the time older people would watch that and be like, what? Like what are you looking at? What are you watching? And I think the same is true for us now. I think we've gotten to an age where we aren't the primary audience for online content. Well, specifically like younger targeted online content. And we've kind of grown out of the like not shitposty stuff, but like the skibbity toilet, gaga diggy dag dio. But even still, like, oh my god, bro. I mean, just looking at it, I don't understand it. Like, it's like I don't understand how. The main thing is I don't understand how people come up with this stuff. Like Skibbity Toilet is like Gmod assets and Half-Life assets coming out of toilets, and Gaggy Diggy Daggy Dio is like a nugget with a face on it, and it does a funny dance. It's like who came up with this stuff? Like what? What? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. But I mean, I guess I guess I'm in a position where I don't think I will ever understand it. And I've kind of come to terms with that. It's like, sure, that's the main mindset I have. And even when it comes to other things like COD skins and like weird Fortnite collabs and everything like that, I've just my mindset is sure, okay, why not? It's funny. Like that's the TLDR of my mindset. I'm like, okay, cool, like sure, why not? That's what I think.
All
What do
right, to
you think
start
about what do you think about it though?
about like brain rot stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I'm like, find it cringe. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'm looking at some chicken nugget with saying Kevin Hart's what, or
Yeah,
like just like
yeah.
Skibbity Toilet. Like I remember recently, Skibbity Toilet also used assets from the game Yakuza, which is one of my favorite games, and that just caught me
Did
by
they?
surprise.
I didn't know that. Did
Yeah,
they?
they use a character model, and I think they used the map from Yakuza, yeah,
Okay,
Kamurocho.
cool. I
And
didn't
then a
know
week
that.
later, the Fortnite thing happened. I'm like, Oh, okay. I guess Skibidi
You know what I
Toilet
don't
in
understand about the
Fortnite.
Fortnite thing? I don't know how that's actually a thing. Because like the fuck boom, he doesn't own like the assets for Skibidi Toilet. It's all Valve stuff.
Yeah, I
So I
think
don't
Gary. Yeah,
understand.
Gary did the tweet. Yeah, Gary from
Yeah,
he did the tweet like, "Yeah, I'm 40. I don't care." I think Valve.
yeah,
I read somewhere like a few years ago that Valve just has their assets public. I don't know how true that is. I'm always hearing
yeah.
like
I
Valve
haven't heard that
misinformation.
before. I
Yeah,
mean, I mean, it's not like they're pumping out games or anything. Like the assets are just kind of taking up space. I know the most recent stuff was Deadlock, and then earlier today, the G-Man's voice actor tweeted out something. So like, Half-Life
oh,
3
wow.
confirmed, I guess.
Okay, I need to
Um,
see that.
yeah, I'll link you. Yeah, and I don't know, but it's something that I just can't wrap my head around. But I think it's really funny that that's happened.
I think the other like funny event that happened was the unfollowing Vex balls. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Like the
I have seen that.
TikToker.
I have seen that. Yeah, and every single comment section is filled with like Vexbolt is at, and then like 5 million followers, and then 3 million followers, and like I think though what happened was everybody followed him beforehand, and then just mass unfollowed him.
Yeah. Yeah, he went
I
from
think that's something that happened.
1.6 million to 8 million. Now he's at 3 million. But then his
Yeah,
group, the Yi Squad, it's like their version of
I've
FaZe Clan.
I've never what the Yeast Squad.
It's like such insane lore. Like they call it like the cookie verse or the unemployment multiverse. It's like I had to
Okay,
delete TikTok because like I was just caught up on
unironically,
everything.
unironically, the unemployment multiverse is it's fucking hilarious. The unemployment multi. I'm stealing that joke. I'm gonna put that in one of my videos. Thank you for telling me that. I'm gonna steal that now.
Yeah, like Vex bolts. Yeah, like his like group is like just today they have an event called the Vex bolts mass following. So they're trying to have they're still trying to profit off that whole thing because like
Yeah,
Mr.
I mean,
Beast, the
I think
NFL
that's what
saw
you,
it too.
I think that's what you kind of have to do. Like in
Hmm.
that situation, like if I put myself in, okay, what's funny is that he is still kind of up. If
Yeah,
it kind of sits around 3 mil, if he was on, you mentioned what, like 1.5 or 1.8.
yeah,
So I mean, he's still up by a lot if those people stay there, which is quite funny. But I think in that situation, you just kind of have to go with it and almost lean into the joke. Because like, what else can you do? Like, I don't like your TikTok's punching bag at the moment. Like, I don't think there's anything else that you could do. Because like, what would happen? You make a statement being like, "Oh no, guys, why are you doing this?" And people will be like, "Oh no, look at him coping," and like, let's unfollow him more. So you just kind of have to lean into it. And I mean, the videos would be getting engagement, people commenting on the videos, which would propel them more in the algorithm, which means more money.
hmm
Um, yeah, I think I don't know. It's just I've never seen anything like this happen before
yeah,
on TikTok, and it's quite funny. It is
yeah.
quite
His
funny.
live stream where like on New Year's where like everyone was doing the mass unfollowing and they had like yeah, I think that was the most viewed live stream on TikTok ever. Like before then, it was
That's
some TikTok with
crazy.
like 400,000 now, but that one had 1.2 million.
That's crazy, bro. That's
Yeah.
insane.
I
I
didn't think it
mean,
was that crazy. Like I knew Vex Bolts, like because like he did the Let Him Cook meme that
yeah,
was
he's the Let Him
popular
Cook
last
guy.
year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I mean, I was just catching up with the lore. Like I was just kind of forced to know about Yi Squad and the whole unemployment
I know.
multiverse.
I, I think, honestly, I think the internet at the moment, the way I can describe it is, I got no idea what's going on. Like, I used to be, I think, as YouTubers, we all still kind of are. We're kind of terminally online because that's our jobs.
Yeah,
But like back in the day, bro, when like FNAF and shit was popping off, I was a terminally online FNAF kid. Oh my god. But now I just don't know what's going on, and I'm kind of fine with that. It makes it a lot more funny, I think. And I think like detoxing from social media and not using it as much. I say that when I'm like addicted to TikTok. Um, it's kind of healthy. Like on Twitter or something. Like I've been trying to not use Twitter, and I'll open it and I'll see like some random thing happening, like some Mr. Beast related thing. I'll be like, sure, okay, this is something that exists now. Cool. Like Mr. Beast games. The only reason why I found out that that was a thing was because of like people talking about Lunchley. like all the mold and that, and people brought up like, oh, and then people got injured on Beast Games. I didn't know what Beast Games was, and then I found out like, oh, okay, Mr. Beast has got his own like Squid Game Survivor show. It's like, okay, sure, why not? Like, cool. I don't know. I don't understand anymore. I just don't understand the internet anymore. I'm too old.
Yeah, I'm like really out of the loop, and like even like real life things too. It was like I think like the Cybertruck, because I'm in Vegas. We had like the Cybertruck
Yeah.
explode in front of the Trump Tower.
Oh
I didn't know that
yeah,
was
I
a
saw
thing until
something about that. Yeah.
my friend in Michigan, which is like 2,000 miles away. He texted me, "Hey,
Yeah.
did you hear about the Cybertruck exploding?" I'm like, "No." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I
I
guess
think I
this
saw something
happened."
about that on my TikTok, and also the amount of planes that are crashing at the moment too. There's been like 5 plane crashes this week.
Okay, I
So
did
I
not
don't
know
know.
that.
No, there's been like 5 plane crashes this week, and everybody's freaking out like, "Oh, if I get on a plane, I'm going to crash and I'm going to die." It's like I don't know, I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know. I just don't know. Like I saw the Cybertruck explosion video, which is insane, by the way. Like that is crazy. I mean, like I don't like the Cybertruck as is, but now if they're exploding, it's like okay, like why would you ever buy something like this? I know I owned it in Fortnite because I was gonna make a video on the Cybertruck last year ish, maybe around September, and I wasted money on, as I said, the Cybertruck and Fortnite. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. You can title that as the title of the podcast. Like I don't understand the internet anymore. I just don't get it.
All right, just to move a step back, let's talk about Club Penguin. Like,
Oh,
what's
I
the
can talk
influence of
about
Club
this forever.
Penguin and
I
just
can.
penguins in
Oh
general?
my god, I can talk about this forever. You're the first person who's ever asked me this on a podcast. By the way, I'm going to talk for like
Of
half an
course.
hour now.
All
So
right, for
when I
sure.
was younger, I think like around most people my age, especially growing up in the UK, Club Penguin was fucking massive. Like it was humongous. I don't know if you ever played it.
I played it. Like, my account was made by my sister in
Yeah.
2005, a year after I was born. So I've been playing it for a while.
Damn. Yeah, no, I played it a lot when I was younger, but what would happen with me was that I would always forget the passwords to my accounts. So I would have to create new accounts over and over and over and over and over again and like kind of build my penguin back up and like reacquire all of my cool shit. But I played it every single day for hours of my life. And a penguin's always been my favorite animal too. Maybe lots of that stems from Club Penguin, but as I said, like most people around my age, we just kind of know Life Club Penguin. And I played like as many of the events that I could. I had 2 DS games. I had Club Penguin, the one was Elite Penguin Force, and the other one was Elite Penguin Force Herbert's Revenge, which were the two like secret agent Club Penguin games on the DS, and those things were amazing. And it's such a massive part of, I think, my childhood, and because of that, it's become just a massive part of my life. I think because I played it every single day, and it was like, as I said, it was a huge part of my childhood. So because of that, I use like Club Penguin music in my videos. I have Club Penguin in my channel banner. I have like a Club Penguin sticker book that I got like last year, which was I just saw it out and I was like, cool, I want to get that. And it had such, I think playing it so much and being from the era where it was really, really popping off, and when it was growing from like when it wasn't even its own dedicated website, when it was on Miniclip by itself, and it was the top of Miniclip, playing from those days, and seeing that game grow and experiencing that game grow, and having a Club Penguin membership every now and then, making that just felt like having gold in your hand, like having a $1 million diamond. It was just like I genuinely can't describe the effect that's had on me. And also like having a group of friends playing with it, playing with each other. Like the one thing I remember, my dad used to teach at a few schools in the UK, and there was a almost like a summer holiday event thing that happened at the school. And the one part was we all went to like the old box PCs, like the white ones with the big backs and the funny keyboards. And we all just played Club Penguin for hours. And we just like messed around. And it's such a nostalgic memory. I mean, there's since Club Penguin shut down, unfortunately, for whatever reason. They said there wasn't enough like players, or they weren't making enough money, or whatever the reason why they shut down. There's been a lot of like fan servers that have popped off and popped up. I don't know if you've played on any of them. I
I've
play
played
on
Rewritten and online before those two got shut down.
I play New Club Penguin a lot. Like I play that every Christmas. I'll log onto that and play it, and like every Halloween, and then like maybe throughout certain times of the year, I'll log on and I'll just play just to experience it again. But I mean, after Club Penguin shut down, there was that stupid mobile app, Club
Penguin
Penguin
Island.
Island. Yeah, and I played that for a little bit, and I think I used to really enjoy watching Quacky's raids on that. I don't know if you've seen those videos.
I've seen them, yeah.
Yeah, no, those are really funny. But man, that app was horrible. But I mean, I think it mainly stems from me playing it so much as a child. I think that's the reason why it's had such a massive influence on me. Um, and like as I said, with the music and the channel banner and like the name of my Discord server being the Igloo, and like it's just had such a massive impact on me. I hope that answers the question. I kind of went off on a tangent about like
You're
my
good.
my childhood, but yeah, that's my TLDR. It's because I played it a lot as a child, and it like ingrained itself in my brain. Same with Call of Duty Black Ops. That game is amazing.
Did you ever like watch those Club Penguin YouTube videos? Like there was a bunch of different ones. There was the how to get free membership with the
Oh
notepad. There
yeah,
would be like the
yeah,
fake like the
yeah, and
fake iceberg breaking.
like Dreamscape, like
Yeah,
Transcape,
the zero zero
Dreamscape in the
nine Dreamscape
background. Yeah,
music.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I used to watch those a lot, and like lots of the funny. Okay, this is going to be a random piece of Club Penguin information, but to prevent hackers from hacking in Club Penguin, what the devs would do, they had like fake spoof items. I don't know if you know about this. And what would happen was they had these items in game, but they labeled them as like rare or like obscure or something like that. And if a hacker got those items on their account because they thought it was like some cool it's like cool secret item, like Rockhopper's cap or his hat, sorry, or like the jetpack guy's jetpack. Um if it was noticed and picked up that someone had those items in their account, the devs would be able to ban them because they knew that they were hacking. And I think that's really clever. I think that yeah, I think that's really clever. What was your question again though? It's gone up my brain.
Just like if you've just seen those videos, like
Yes, I have. Yeah. You know, I did watch those videos and I did try them when I was younger. I fell for them. Like all of those. Like another thing I failed for was like those fake Call of Duty Black Ops zombies Easter eggs, and like if you shoot a specific section on the map hijacked in Black Ops 2, Batman will fly up the water and like
oh yeah, I remember those.
bro, and like all of those, like this is how you get the golden ray gun, and like you have to shoot both the question marks and then like unload all your ammo while it's spinning, and then you have to do 4 360s and then you'll get the golden ray gun, and it's an infinite kill weapon until like the end of time. But yeah, I was stupid as a child. Honestly, I was dumb. I fell for all that type of stuff. But I mean, funny memories looking back on it. Like looking back on it, I don't know how I fell for all of that, but it's funny.
I used to be scared of those Club Penguin videos, like because they were just always creepy to me. I remember the iceberg ones. Like people would use
Yeah,
desktop destroyer and like just have like destructive weapons on the iceberg. That always
really.
just creeped me out.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's. I don't know if it's like an analog horror series, but it's kind. I don't know what it is, but it's a whole web series about like Club Penguin after it shut down. Have you seen that before?
Now that's interesting. I've never seen it. Like I didn't even
It's
know like
quite.
Club Penguin had like
It's quite
horror.
interesting. Yeah, I think it's quite an interesting premise. Like, it's kind of like the forgotten penguins on the island are now fighting for scraps and warmth, and it's a bit random, but it's also kind of like, yeah, okay, this is kind of fucking fire. Like, this is sick. I think that's a unique like story base. You know, like after the website shuts down, what's happening on the website? Like, I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know if you find analog horror quite appealing and interesting.
I'm
Do
50
you?
50 on it. Like I like Vita Carnus. That one was good. I wouldn't say it's
Yeah,
amazing. Like Mandela Catalog, I liked some of it. I didn't like,
yeah.
but there were parts I didn't like.
Hmm.
Like for the most, like half of them, I'm just kind of like, yeah, they're cool. And then like obviously like everyone hates like urban spook kind of or like the smile
Yeah,
kind of analog
the
horror, but like
200 stab man. Like
yeah,
it's like this is Jenny 200 stab victim. She was stabbed 200 times. It's like Jesus Christ, bro. And oh my god,
Monument
Urban Spook.
Mythos. I saw that one. I just tried to understand it. I tried my best to get into Monument Mythos. I watched the Wendigoon video, watched a few of the actual series. It just wasn't for me. I like digital horror though, like people go on like Gmod or Roblox, and then all of a sudden there's like some like evil entity still in the server after it's shut down.
Yeah,
Kind of like
that's
the
that.
Club Penguin one you said.
Yeah, and that's kind of like those videos where it's like, oh, that game which is like 0 players online.
Hmm.
I think that follows the premise of like you log into a game and there's no one playing, but then it starts getting like quite weird and quite spooky, which I think is quite interesting. Like, yeah, I quite enjoy analog horror. My main problem with lots of more modern analog horror now, though, is I feel like lots of it isn't redundant's the wrong word. Um, but it's very cliched. So like you had like original stuff like Local 58, Morton Files, Mandela Catalog, especially Mandela Catalog. And now it seems like every single other analog horror is like the mimic or the clone. And if you see this person, run away and hide. Like it's cool that people are expressing themselves creatively, and like I'm not gonna like knock someone for being creative. Like that's cool, but I feel like lots of it is just quite cliched. And something like Urban Spook, like that's just edge for edge sakes. Like there's no story there. It's just like how edgy can I be? I think he's released a new video actually over the past couple of
I've
days. I
seen it.
saw.
I've seen it. His
Is it?
most recent episode.
Is there a new video?
I don't know. I would say like maybe it was like 2 weeks old at this point, but I saw it. It's definitely like a big step up from the rest of his series because it's
Is
actually
it
like
kind? Is it kind
animated.
of? Yeah, it's kind of like police cam,
Yeah, it's
like that.
police cam,
Yeah,
and
I
he, like
saw a
they
little
catch
bit.
the
I
killer
saw.
finally.
Yeah, I saw a little bit about that. I'll probably need to watch it. I probably will end up watching it at some point. But oh my god, like I made a video about analog horror for Halloween last year, I think. And bro, watching through all of Urban Spook, oh my god, it's so tiresome. Because the problem is, like, sure, I get it. Like, you can be a little bit edgy or whatever, like you do you, but it's so edgy to the point that you just get really desensitized after the first episode. And it's like, what am I watching? Like, what is this? Like, I guess the concept of like a painter who paints his victims is quite cool, and I think the paintings are quite cool in like a really abstract, edgy way. Um, but it just becomes so redundant after watching them for a little bit. It's just Urban Spook is painful, and he doesn't take criticism very well. Apparently, I've seen him
Oh
like
yeah, I've seen
crashing
his
out.
tweets.
I've seen him like crashing out on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and let's just start with this beginning of your channel because you started off doing a Battlefield gameplay,
Yeah, oh, epic gaming
gaming
moments. Oh
moments.
my god, dog. Dude, so funny story about the beginning of my channel. So the reason why my channel started was I started it around the Battlefield 1 era, like when that game first came out, really good by the way, like one of the best games ever made. And my friends and I, we all used to record our clips on Xbox One because it had that inbuilt clip recording feature. And we thought, okay, cool, what would be quite cool was if we put our clips on YouTube. Because at the time, those like community clip channel things were quite big. So I remember the one, I think it was called like Prestige Gaming, and then there was also like BCC Trolling, and all of these channels which are built around, hello, I'm the YouTuber, but you send me your clips, and then I will put your clips on my channel. And the idea is that that will funnel growth to you, and you'll be able to grow your channel from that. So my friends and I thought, okay, cool. If we start our YouTube channel, take all our clips together, upload them onto a channel, and then also submit them to Prestige Clips or whatever it was called, we're going to become like YouTube millionaires overnight because we're really good at this game. And I mean, who wouldn't want to watch our clips? And yeah, that's the reason why the channel started. And in the beginning, for the first couple of years, it was, or maybe first year or two, maybe first year, it was just like gaming montage type stuff. But then it slowly shifted to more like not MLG, because I was a bit after MLG, but like YouTube poop type content for a little bit. And then, yeah, after that was the transition into commentary videos, which will never see the light of day because my videos are horrible and they've all been unlisted for a reason. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much the inspiration behind the origin of the channel. It's just my friends and I wanting to record our cool Battlefield clips and other game clips like For Honor and Overwatch. I think there's some Overwatch clips in there somewhere, and then we put them on YouTube, thinking that okay, our clips will be put on other channels, and that will funnel growth through us, and we'll be YouTube superstars. That was the idea.
And then like one of your first commentary videos that's at least listed was Morgs breaks up with his girlfriend. So what like led to this shift in commentary
I'm looking at that
content?
now, dog. Oh my god, this video is so ass. It's so bad. But at the time, I think uh, who was I having this conversation with the other day? I was having a conversation with someone about this the other day. Um, I think it's quite interesting how lots of guys who moved into commentary started with gaming stuff. But the reason why I started making commentary related videos was because at the time I was watching lots of commentary videos. So like early Memulus and Pyrocynical and Willanee and all of those like I'm Alex, unfortunately. Um yeah, so I thought, okay, cool. I really enjoy watching this kind of content because I was the target age for that. I think I was. What year did this video come out? How old was I when this video came out? It came out 6 years ago on January 20th, 2018. So I would have been 17. No, yes, I think I may have been 17. Yeah, and I thought like, okay, cool, I can do this too, and that's why I started making commentary videos. Yeah, that's I I started making them because I thought that I could do it too, and I wanted to do it too because I really enjoyed making that kind of content. Oh no, I really enjoyed watching that kind of content. Sorry.
And then like a few other of like, your commentary videos from the early stages, such as your Life of Luxury video, your Dream, and then also your
That's a
Dream
funny
and Mini
video.
Lad videos that have over 100K. So how was that like?
Yeah,
Just having those videos
um,
kind of blow up.
yeah, that was the first proper growth my channel got, especially when it comes to like the mini lad stuff. Because I think the reason why those videos did quite well, the first two mini lad videos that did well were the Stadium and the Thirst Project videos. And I distinctly remember those videos because at the time when Mini Lad was first exposed for being a horrible person, for basically being the average Minecraft YouTuber at this point, um, I was a massive Mini Lad fan. Like I had followed Mini Lad from Vanos when they were all gaming as a group to him making his own stuff. And I was a massive Mini Lad fan. I watched him for years. So when that whole shit happened, I thought like, well, I have this really unique, interesting, deep connection with Mini Lad. I'm someone who considered him my favorite YouTuber. I want to see what happened with this whole Stadium and Thirst Project thing because I knew about those two things as a prior massive Mini Lad fan. So I looked into that, and then yeah, I those were I think very unique videos to make at the time because everyone was just talking about Mini Lad being a bad person, and people weren't necessarily going the route of here's some more like not obscure, but okay, maybe we could say obscure. Here's some more obscure things that me as a Mini Lad fan knows about. Let's see what happened to them. No one was really approaching that topic from that angle. And then as for the dream stuff, this was when I was a disgusting gameplay topic commentary YouTuber, and Dream was popping, and like you had a whole bunch of like everyday commentary YouTubers, like who were people? A Cheeto, Jaden, like all of those. Pointless was one. All of those people, like if you wanted to be a daily commentary YouTuber, the idea was okay, either make videos on Vegan Teacher or on the Dream SMP. That's how you'll get views. And then no one was talking about the merch thing. So I thought, okay, I've seen people talking about this online. The merch is quite expensive, so I'll make a video on it. And then, I mean, it's only 5 minutes. It's an absolute slop, terrible video. Yeah, but it did well because people like watching videos on people talking negatively about the Dream SMP. It's kind of a weird time, and I don't know. I really dislike. I don't dislike the Mini Lad videos, but I really dislike the Dream videos and stuff because they just slop. Like they're just horrible videos. And it was made solely just to capitalize on the Dream SMP commentary thing. I mean, at the time, I thought they were good, but now looking back at them, it's like, what were you doing? Like, why are you making this? Like, I don't know. I'm not embarrassed of that time of making videos, but it's kind of like, oh, those have aged quite poorly because, like, just quality wise, they're really bad. Like, I think I was playing Spore in one of the videos. Like, I really like
Okay,
Spore,
I think I
but
saw
like,
that one.
bro, like, I'm coming up with a fucking fierce Spore gameplay, but in a different sense, I kind of like that because I think it's funny. Like, it was quite. I was playing like the Spore animal stage. Yeah, I remember this. I was talking about when Dream got doxxed or someone got doxxed, and I was playing Spore, like the creature, the second stage after the cell stage. I was like, no, this is some really good gameplay. I'm gonna record this, and it's just me running around as like this creature I've made. But yeah, I mean, those videos, it was the first little bit of growth for my channel. If I really sit here and rack my brain, I think those videos got my channel to about 30k subs. But the problem with those videos is that, and it's a problem with like daily slop commentary, after 2 days, the internet moves on and no one cares anymore. So those videos flatline. So there's no residual. And like I made lots of videos on the mini lad thing. But I think the reason why I made lots of videos on it was because I was so deeply connected to that story because mini lad was one of my favorite YouTubers. Um, and I feel like I just had like infinite stuff I wanted to say about it. If I was to make a video about that now, and I have thought about making a video about that now, it would definitely be like a conclusion video essay retrospective type thing. But I talk about it from the angle of like I title it something maybe like my favorite when my favorite YouTuber was exposed as a bad person. And I talk about the whole thing where people will have their favorite YouTubers a lot more so nowadays, and then it turns out that they're like really bad people, like Sky does Minecraft, popular MMOs, Doctor Disrespect, all those people. Like I'm sure, like I looked up to Mini Lad a lot. He was like lots of the reason why I first started getting into YouTube and really enjoyed watching YouTube. And then just to have him be exposed as a bad person, bro, that really hit deep. So I think I empathize with people a lot who really enjoy a YouTuber and then it turns out that they're a horrible person. Um yeah. It's just I know that's kind of off topic, but
Very good.
that's the long and short of why I made those videos and why I think they did quite well.
And then on January 8th, 2021, you did your face reveal first. So why were you faceless at first? And then what led you just like, yeah, here's
Um,
what I look like?
it was I was faceless because I don't actually remember, to be honest. I think I was just faceless. I don't think there was anything deeper than I just made videos of gameplay because it's easy. I think I was faceless because um yeah, it was just easy. That's why. And then yeah, I that's literally the answer. I was faceless because it was easy. But then the face reveal was for a subscriber milestone. I think it was about 30k. I think it was for 30k. Maybe I'll put it in the description. Hang on. Oh, this is my 10k subscriber Q&A. Okay, never mind. The mini lad and Dream merch shit got me to 10,000 subscribers. That's why I made the 10k special, which was my face reveal. And I look a lot younger in that video. It's very very odd looking at that. And also, like, I had no camera presence whatsoever. Like, it was quite awkward. Yeah, but I just felt like this would be cool to do, and yeah, that's why that video was made for the big 10,000 subscriber milestone. And looking back on it, it's really weird thinking that how far I've come. It's very odd. I actually haven't. I have. You're the first person. Oh, not. What you? What am I talking about here? Why am I getting lost? Um, you're the first person to bring that video up in a while, and I actually haven't thought about that video in years. So it was, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just looking at it now. I've got to open on my second monitor. I'm like, oh my god, bro! And the camera angle's so bad. And oh my god, I think this is when I just got out of school too. Yeah, it's like young me.
Now, what was the
God,
general consensus? Like your face? Was everyone just like, this is what he looks like? Or was it just like, yeah, that's my
I
YouTuber?
think I think there was a bit of both. I think there was a bit of both. I remember someone commenting, "My voice is too deep to have no facial hair." I remember that. That's like a comment that's stuck in my brain. I thought that was quite funny. But yeah, I think it was like, oh, this is what he looks like, and then a couple of people were like, oh, that's cool. Like this is what that person looks like. And I think at the time I had like grandiose ideas of like recording videos with Facecam then, and like all of that type of stuff. But yeah, that just didn't happen. Yeah, I think people were, oh, that's cool, and then everyone kind of moved on because my face wasn't a massive part of my videos after that either, which maybe I should have incorporated more. I don't know. But it's kind of like, here's the face reveal. Back to your usual scheduled programming after that. Yeah, yeah. It was mixed, but not in a negative way. It was like mixed. It was all positive, but it was like, oh, this is quite cool. And then, oh, okay, that's sure, okay, interesting.
Yeah, and in your face reveal, you said you were a student, so like I'm assuming you're done with school.
Yeah, so I was a student at the time. Um, at the time, I was studying law at my local public university. I did that for 2 years, but then halfway through my first year, COVID hit. So that just completely threw a spanner in the works of that degree and going to that university. It was absolutely horrible. So it was about 2 years. Yeah, 2 years I left, and then I went to another private university. And I literally last month, December, I finished. So I'm no longer a student. So the student arc it's finished. It's concluded. I'm no longer a student.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're doing like YouTube alongside being a student?
Yeah, so that's what I was doing for years. YouTube was my student job. So I would like go to lectures and then I would come home and script, or go to lectures, then come home and record. And there were moments where I had to like take the foot off the YouTube pedal a little bit so I could do well in my studying, especially when it came to like exams and everything like that. Yeah, but it was my student job, and I think it was really interesting. I think it was, yeah, I think it's quite cool, to be honest. And I'm just glad that it was able to maintain me and like sustain me and be valid as a student job. And that's also another reason why I shifted into uploading 2 videos a month and like making longer video essays, because it was just easier for my schedule. Like, I mean, power to people who are either working a full-time job and uploading daily, or who are studying and uploading daily. I could never do that. Like, it was just way too busy. I would like burn myself out. And yeah, so yeah, YouTube was a student job of mine. Or I'm not going to say of mine, because that implies that there were multiple ones. It was my student job, YouTube.
So now that you're done being a student, so what are you doing now?
Yeah, so this year, I got so everything besides having the piece of paper that says congratulations, you've completed your degree, here's your like BCom marketing degree. I've passed everything, but I still have no idea what I want to do. So this year I'm gonna do YouTube full time. I'm gonna upload more videos every month, all of that type of stuff. But then I'm also gonna use it to save as much money as I can and figure out what I want to do with my life, because I have no idea what I want to do with my life. Yeah, I just have no idea. I think lots of people my age and lots of people coming out of my situation, where you've just done your degree, if you don't have a set plan, you've just got no idea what you want to do. So I need to use this year to figure out what I want to do while also doing YouTube.
All right, and then moving alongside your commentary content, you've been like very open about like not liking certain YouTubers such as Sunny V2, Jellybean, and
Oh
Lanky
yeah, yeah,
Box.
yeah, yeah.
So like, what makes you like very open to just talk about your distaste towards these
Um,
guys?
yeah, Lanky Box especially. The Lanky Box thing and the Jellybean and Sunny V2 thing, I think they come from two separate eras of my channel and like two separate avenues of what I wanted to do. So the Sunny V2 and Jellybean stuff, that was more like strictly like commentary related stuff, where I just like talk about like videos and all of that type of stuff. And I've always been someone to be open about my opinions about things. And I was a commentary YouTuber, and it seems like someone being open about their opinions and being a commentary YouTuber, that kind of goes hand in hand. So the Sunny V2 video was spurred from me not liking the fact that in lots of the videos he would just kind of say nothing but it was hidden behind fancy editing, and that is something I still think happens. Um, yeah, and I thought that this is something that lots of people kind of agreed on, but no one really spoke about it. So yeah, I spoke about that in the Sunny V2 video. The Jelly Bean video too, that is my most popular video on my channel. If I'm being completely honest, I actually really don't like that video. And if I could go, I've often debated if I had a time machine, if I would go back in time and remake that video. I don't know if I would, because it comes from a time where my direction for my channel was quite different. But once again, that was me talking about something that I was seeing a lot of on TikTok. I was seeing lots of people like making memes about Jellybean's channel on TikTok. And then I thought, okay, cool, I'll bring this over to YouTube and I'll be the first person that did it. And then I did it, and then it kind of popped off. Like it actually, I think it went way too big. And that spurred lots of people talking about Jellybean. But then the Lankybox stuff, I did make videos about Lankybox in the past, but my avenue on Lankybox now is I often in the previous commentary videos would just talk about the problems with the videos, whereas now I talk about the videos, but I in a lot it adds to a larger context. So like with Lankybox, I would talk about their videos being bad, but then I would talk about the effect that it could have on kids watching them and like them being a content farm and them exploiting their kid audience with like weird merch and all of those kinds of things. Yeah. So I'm someone who's always been open about my opinions on things. Um, and I think that commentary in quotation marks, it lends itself quite well to that. And I think people are interested in seeing that. And it's not just like a YouTube thing. I've always been that way in my life. Like if I don't like something about something, or if I don't like something full stop, I'll voice it. I've never been scared to talk about what I think. Now, that being said, my opinions have changed over time. And lots of my opinions about previous stuff that I made videos on may have changed, and some of them have changed. Yeah, but as I said, I've always been someone who's been open about my opinions and talking about things. And I know I've said this a lot, but it lends itself perfectly with commentary.
Did you ever get like into conflict with like the actual creators you like talked about or like their fans?
Fans, yeah. Back in the day with Life of Luxury, I made a quite a stupid video about Life of Luxury when I didn't know how to read YouTube video descriptions. And it got dislike bombed quite heavily. And I got lots of negative attention on that video, lots of like dislikes and negative comments and that type of stuff. But as for talking to the YouTubers directly, there was a YouTuber Bills who I made a video on, like another one of those like bog standard algorithm fuel rise and fall kind of YouTubers. And I know he commented on my video, and I think he made a video in response to something like a year later. But yeah, as for getting to like angry Discord calls and like angry messages and debates, nah, not really. Um, I have spoken to some people I've made videos on, like Sunny V2 and Quibblecop and all of that type of stuff. And sure, I it's all been quite respectful. Like I don't go into it with hostility. You know, I just go in and talk to it and it's talk to them. I'm like, look, we got different opinions on things. And I mean, like I may not like your content, but I mean, it is true that you are quite successful with what you're doing. So like I think it's good to have different opinions on things, and like you're allowed to have different opinions on things. And like Sunny V2, like I mean power to him. His channel is ridiculously popular. He's built like a proper ridiculous business. He's probably made generational wealth. But I don't like his content. And I think lots of guys who get a semblance of growth on YouTube, they share that opinion where it's okay if someone doesn't like your content. Because if you got upset about what every single person had to say about you, I don't think YouTube is the right avenue and right thing for you to do, because people will always talk about stuff. So you just have to kind of roll with the punches, I think. And I'm happy that lots of people do that. Yeah. But as I said, I've never been a person to like spurg out on Twitter or get into like angry spats with people about YouTube content. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's just YouTube content. You know, like it's videos that we make online. Like it really isn't overly deep. Um, yeah,
So then, what's like your general consensus on like slop content? Because I know like Terror and Raymundo, they've made their videos
yeah.
on it, and
I
they haven't received the best. So it's like it's always like a mixed thing I'm seeing. Like
yeah, it
whenever I
is.
see
It
people talk
is.
about slop, it's like it's just an ongoing like debate.
Yeah, I think I have a. I've thought about this before, and before Raimundo and Terra and them, I was actually thinking about making a video about slop content. Because I think my perspective on it is quite interesting. You know, to big my ego up. Because I've kind of done both. I've done like the daily gameplay slop commentary, and I've also done the like video essay type thing. So when it comes to slop content, I've always viewed it as fast food content, you know? And I think the interesting thing with slop content is that it's not like it's a new thing either. Like it's been happening for years. Like it's tabloid content has always been big on YouTube. Like I mean, I was doing it like 4 years ago. Um, so yeah, slop content is yeah, it's just it's something that exists. I don't necessarily like it, but then again, I'm also fine, I guess, with people doing it as long as they're open about it. You know, like I think I saw a thing. I think it was in Terry's video actually. Like more Pegasus, that guy who made like a million videos on Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and KSI with like Mr. Beast is over and like all of that type of stuff and titles and thumbnails. I think in defense of his videos, he tried to make like some weird like, oh, but this is the actual reason why I'm doing it. And it's kind of like, just be open about it. You know, like I personally wouldn't watch the content, but I don't have a problem with it existing. You know, I don't think it's good content. I don't think it's, and I guess it is a subjective term. I don't think it's valuable content. Like I don't really think a viewer would get much from watching it. But I'm also kind of fine with it existing because I don't really care about it all that much. And then again, like I know people like Pyrocynical, they use their slop channels to fuel their main channel, which I mean, like sure, I don't really like Pyro live content, but if that's why he's doing it, then I mean, cool, I guess. His main channel videos are really good. So yeah, I'm kind of torn. I guess I'm in the middle. I guess it's kind of a I guess it's not like a revolutionary take or anything, but like I'm fine with it existing as long as you're open about it being trash content, and that's cool.
How
Um,
about like the AI generated like it's like a chat GBT story or some like
yeah, okay,
Wikipedia article with
that's
like Minecraft
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
parkour. What
yeah.
do you feel about that?
That's stuff that I really dislike. In my mind video that I was going to make, I was going to break it up into three different sections. I was going to talk about like commentary slop and then like AI slop and kid slop, right? Um, like AI slop and like those stupid like am I the arsehole for burning my house down with my cat inside? I don't know. Yeah, those videos suck. That's slop. That's horrible. Um, yeah, I really dislike those videos. I dislike most, if not all, AI media things. I really don't like that. Like, I've got a video coming out tomorrow. About this one Instagram rabbit hole I found, and lots of it is like weird AI affirmation videos where like some AI fortune teller will read you like if your name starts with A B Z Y, you are in for good luck. And it's just like, what is this? Like, what is this slop? I just really don't like AI content in general. I don't think it should exist. I think AI should be nowhere near media. Um, as for I don't think I really don't like AI in the context of media. Even when it
Yeah.
comes to like back end things like scripting and everything like that, I really don't like it. I don't know. What do you think about it? What do you think about AI media, like the
Like
shorts that you mentioned?
like in terms of like AI stuff in general, like images, videos, like animations, like I just hate all of it. Like one thing, it looks
Yeah,
weird, like it shouldn't exist, and it's also just like now you get corporations hiring people. But in terms of shorts, it's like it just made to waste your time. Like sure, like pyro live slop content, like that's made to waste your time. At least I can take something out of it. Like I'm not taking anything out of like a Minecraft parkour video about some like Wikipedia article.
yeah.
Mhm.
And like often with like pyro live videos, I'll put them on in the background. while I'm doing something just for noise. Yeah, but like the AI slop is just horrible. And as more time goes on, I mean, I think it's only going to get worse. I don't know if you saw this in your YouTube studio the other day while we're on the topic of AI, but there was some survey or some like thing that you could tick to let YouTube use AI algorithms to learn from your videos. I don't know if you saw that.
I think I
Um,
did.
and that's just horrible. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, why? This just sucks. And like I've spoken to like Quibblecop about like the future of AI on YouTube. And sure, like while it is good from a business perspective, like it's gonna increase your costs by lowering your expenses, and you can upload more, which means more income and all of that type of stuff. Less employees that you have to pay. It's like, what is this? Like, what are we doing? Like, then I get it. Like, I know it's quite ironic coming from someone who has a business degree that I'm talking about, like, why the implementation of AI and lowering business expenses is actually a bad thing. But I just think I just think the line needs to be drawn because it's
Mhm.
just soulless shit.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. Like, I guess you can kind of make the soulless argument for slop content too. And while there is some truth to that, with slop commentary content, I think AI is like another beast entirely because it's solely made for profit, and you can't get anything out of it. And I think that's kind of ass. I think that sucks.
Yeah, I saw an Instagram reel. It was like some guy being like, "Life in the my day as a faceless." I don't know
Oh
what
my
term he title he
god,
gave himself. It was
I
like he
like
was like my
faceless
life as an
content. I
ace.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the
that's
top
hard.
comment was, "I
Yeah,
have more respect for drug dealers than I do for you."
yeah, yeah, and
I
it's
felt
also
that
like
one.
those guys. What they do, if it isn't like AI slop, they just steal people's videos. They just rip people's
Hmm.
shit. It's like what I do as a faceless content creator. I look up a popular video on the trending tab and put it into like Y3 mate so I can download it and re-upload it. It's like what? Like it's just. I mean, the faceless content or the faceless YouTuber epidemic. I think Curtis Connor made a video on it.
Hmm.
That it's a plague, and it sucks. It's just so gross. And it's like, oh my god. Like, I get it. Like, I guess make your bag, King. But, like, oh my god. Do you not have, like, standards for what you want to make? Like, that's why with commentary slop, I'm fine with it existing as long as the person making it is open about it. As long as they're like, yeah, it is ass. But, like, I know it is. And then it's like, okay, well, I still don't like the content, but, like, at least you're aware. Um, yeah, it's just, oh my god, the future of AI is scary too. I mean, it being used to imitate real people and all of that type of stuff. Like, I remember watching the streamer Destiny going down this like insane AI rabbit hole where there was some like AI politician that didn't exist, and then as he was watching it, separate AI models were trying to make the AI politician seem more legit by creating AI generated court documents. It was insane. It's crazy. It's scary, bro. It's oh my god. It's scary. Um, and I'd hate to know what YouTube is going to look like in 2 years. AI content wise, I think it's going to get much worse. Like JCS is another big example of it. Like that
Oh, I saw
that true
Fox
crime
Akimbo's
channel.
video
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, that true crime channel. Um, like lots of people really enjoyed their stuff, and then they went away for a couple of months and came back with like a this man murdered someone, and it's just like some AI voice, and it's like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? As I said, I get it, like lowering my business expenses, but like what? No, this sucks. It sucks. It's horrible.
What's your like opinion on true crime content? Because as much as it sucks to say, it's like a very I think it is probably the most oversaturated like YouTube genre.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm quite torn on it too because
Hmm.
it is interesting to watch, and I find it interesting. But there's an argument that can be made that you're exploiting someone's suffering and death mainly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I think it's quite a nuanced discussion. Yeah, and some of it, like, I guess if it's shot like a documentary, that's cool. But if it's like some person doing a mukbang, like talking
No.
about like someone like someone being locked up and starved to death while they're eating. It's kind of like, come on, like I don't like this. This is quite exploitatory. What do you think about it though?
So like it depends on who the content creator is. Like the AI stuff, like that's a no go. I think that's kind of
Yeah,
obvious. Like for
yeah, yeah,
Dire
yeah.
Trip, like I watch him a little bit. I He has me added back on Discord. I've been trying to get him on an episode here, but yeah.
That would be cool.
So
That would be cool.
yeah, yeah. With Dire Trip, I like how because he's more like respectful.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did interviews with people, and then like there's the Stephanie Sue stuff. I'm glad she's done with mukbanging, like because that one was like really tasteless.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I
mhm,
agree. I think it should be respectful when you do it
yeah,
because it's not like we're talking about like I don't know, like Alex Mason getting shot by Frank Woods. I mean, that's video game characters. We're talking about real
mhm,
people here. So
yeah,
there needs to be a level of respect there. And like I think especially when it came to like the mukbang stuff, that was just really distasteful.
yeah. But the makeup
Yeah.
ones, that's where I'm like, where do I have an opinion on this? Because like me personally, I don't think makeup should be involved when talking about true crime.
Yeah.
Like I know individual ones, like from like listening to their stories, if it was without the makeup, it would just be a Stephanie Sue telling a story kind of video. But it's like the makeup part is like, do you really need this? Because I know in some
Yeah, yeah.
interviews, one YouTuber, like I don't know her name, but the one makeup true crime YouTuber, she's like, yeah, it just helps her at ease. And it's like if you're like
Well,
being discomfort with like true crime content, then just don't talk about it.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally, yeah, like we don't have to do these mental gymnastics, like
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think it should be done respectfully. Um, yeah, yeah, that's my take. I think you need to do it respectfully. Then I'm fine with it existing. But as I said, when you have people like just just gluttony, um, it's it's pretty distasteful. Ironically, because it's a funny pun, haha. Um, but yeah, yeah, it just has to be respectful.
So what got you really into to like rabbit holes? Like what made you want to explore rabbit holes, especially in regards to like YouTube kids content?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed rabbit holes on the internet in general. I think I've always enjoyed learning things and like about online stuff. Ironically, I think that might come from the FNAF days. Like I remember when like Five Nights at Freddy's first came out, I would sit and I would like read wiki pages after wiki pages after wiki pages, trying to like understand everything. So I think lots of it stems from that. And then when it comes to like the YouTube Kids stuff, I think it's because there's just like so much horrible shit that isn't really spoken about. So I think it's good to shine a light on it and be like, this is horrible what these guys are doing. Because I mean, like there is like lots of brain rot, and brain rot can be funny to talk about. Um, but then there's like the really bad stuff, and I think people need to talk about it. So yeah, that's why I go down the YouTube Kids thing. It's not fun. Like I don't enjoy looking at like horrible Minecraft videos where like I don't know, like Afmal gets pregnant in Minecraft from these other two YouTubers. Um, yeah, and I think it's good to talk about. I like raising awareness to that type of thing. And then when it comes to like other rabbit holes, like full stop punctuation that I did 3 months ago, I just think that's interesting. Um, and yeah, I like talking about interesting things too. Um, and that was an interesting rabbit hole. I thought, okay, let's talk about it. And yeah, I think it's quite interesting. So that's why I made a rabbit hole video on that. So it comes from me liking to dig into topics, um, and also when it comes to specific things, wanting to raise awareness about things that's happening.
All right, so I'm gonna have you rank these rabbit holes from bad to the worst of all time. So
Okay.
I got Incredigate, green screen kids,
Yeah.
content farms. Ah, some of these might be under the same category, but you can just make them separate.
Aphmalgate was that
FMAO
that
and
one?
fun, and then full stop
Yeah.
punctuation. Just rate them from bad to like
Um.
extremely terrible.
Okay, so green screen kids probably at the top, um, because that doesn't really have like any degenerate shit. And then I'm kind of torn next because I would say full stop punctuation, but then that there's some horrible videos in that, like straight up like gore. Um, I would definitely say the lowest ones, like the ones at the bottom, like the lowest ones being the worst. If we're looking at this from like an icebergy kind of setup, the worst is Incredigate and Athmalgate. Okay, what I would say is the top, like the least worst, are Green Screen Kids, followed by Full Stop Punctuation, and then everything else is at the bottom. Like they're all tied for first place. Then that's what I would say.
Mhm.
Or
Is
maybe
like
like
full
I know.
stop
Okay,
still a thing? Like I thought like it was done, and
um,
then all of a sudden I got recommended some like foreign language, and then like it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah,
horror
yeah.
video. I click on it, it's just like a meme.
There's lots of like people ship posting using the whole bunch of like weird characters, like it's like dash dot not equal to, like all those symbols. And there is quite a bit of ship posting, but then there's lots of like psychological horror type things which are quite unsettling, and then there's like a couple of gore videos in there which isn't very fun,
Yeah.
which sucks. I know back in the day it was a lot worse when it first became a thing, but there are still remnants of that. Yeah, so it is still kind of a thing.
So like what would you say was like the absolute worst rabbit hole you've gone down?
Probably in Credigate, I think. Probably
Critigate?
that video I did with Raimundo. Um, yeah, that's probably the worst one that I've gone down, because that was so widespread. Like there was so, but then also, I mean, like the Minecraft stuff is pretty bad too. But I think in Credigate personally for me, because that was one of like the first big rabbit holes I did. Um, Whereas now it still sucks seeing lots of the content, but you kind of become a little bit desensitized to it. But in Critic Game
Yeah.
was bad because it was one of the first ones I did, and there was so much of it, and like it was like full on like nudity fetish stuff, which was really weird. Yeah, so probably in Critic Game, that was the worst one for me.
So do these rabbit holes like do they like leave a mental scar on you? Like are you like after you look at one it's like yeah,
Sometimes,
I'm done.
yeah, some of them, yeah, like the gore videos in Full Stop Punctuation did, where I'm like, okay, I don't want to see this anymore. And then like some of the other stuff, like in Incredigate too, with lots of the videos in the playlists that you can find, there's lots of like really bad shit there. And it's like, okay, like I don't want to watch this anymore. Especially, and also when FNAF is involved, there's like, not because I'm like, oh no, it's one of my favorite IPs, but lots of it involves like Gregory from Security Breach, and he's an underage
Oh
character,
no.
and like seeing that is kind of like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore. Um, yeah, so some of it does. Um, I'm not gonna say like like I'm mentally scarred and I'm never gonna be able to sleep ever again. But some of it does stick in your mind. Uh, yeah, which isn't that fun.
Mhm. Yeah, the one rabbit hole that caught me off guard was the monster school one with the Minecraft
Yeah,
mobs. Because I used to
yeah,
watch that
that's
as a kid
crazy.
and was like, I found this entertaining, and then now it's like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
this is to the list now?
It's just like it's just a plague of brain rot and horrible fetishy Minecraft videos. But what's good is that I don't know if you've heard of the YouTuber Caleb is Salty.
But yeah, no, I had him on a previous episode.
Oh, did you have him on? Okay, well he
Yeah.
made his video on like Minecraft kids content, and that video did really well. Like it got a lot of attention, and like YouTube commented on that video. So hopefully something is gonna happen. Um, I mean, that, at the end of the day, I think that's all we can really hope for, that YouTube would step in and do something. Because as much as you and I want to sit and report those kinds of channels and those videos, my theory is that lots of them are owned by the same person or like the same group of people. So if one of the channels gets taken down, oh, well, we can just make another one, and we have 5 other ones that are still up. So it doesn't really get rid of it. That being said, I mean, I think people should still report them and report those videos. Yeah, but hopefully YouTube does something.
In a perfect world, what's like like the end all be all solution to just stop like YouTube's like content farming and all these YouTube kids rabbit holes? What's like the end all be all
Um,
solution in this perfect world?
well, content farms, I don't think you can ever stop that, um, unless you did like a daily upload limit or something. Like you couldn't upload like 10 videos, 20 videos a day. You could only upload like one or two. a day. But as for the rabbit holes, I think it just needs to be strengthened. Not monetize. Moderation is the word I'm looking for when it comes to like Minecrafty type content. Um, yeah, I think it just has to be stronger moderation. And then if like a video gets, it also comes to there needs to be like actual people looking at reports and not just AI robots. Because if that happened, I'm sure any person would see a video like Afmal gets pregnant and it's like some stupid thumbnail. I'm sure a person would look at that and be like, okay, yeah, this doesn't belong on YouTube. And then I think YouTube should investigate the channels making those kinds of videos. And then I think they've got the tools to see which channels are owned by the same people. And then they should probably just flat ban them. Yeah, it's a hard one though because it is a hard one. It's like, what can you really do to like stop people from making other accounts? What do you think could be done?
I'm kind of like, I'm just kind of like wondering how much of it should be YouTube's job, like them taking down these channels, moderating these channels. How much should it be like the parents' job to like just
Mm,
moderate what their
mm,
kids are looking at? And of course, like the content creators themselves, like should we
yeah,
like re-educate them into making stuff, or like the kid themselves? Like I mean, obviously the kids
yeah,
don't really think, so like yeah, like how
yeah.
much of
I
it,
think that's half the
like each
reason why those
role,
videos exist.
yeah, like how much of
Um,
like the role should like each of those like things play? Like the parents, YouTube themselves, and the content creators making the stuff.
well, I don't think the content creators making the stuff really care about like, oh no, kids are gonna watch the videos, because I think, as I said, half the reason why I think these videos exist is to bait kids into clicking them. Um, it's like, oh, it's like Pomni or Afmal. I know that character. I'm gonna click on the video. And then they just bait kids into watching their videos, and that increases their views and watch time, which means more exposure, and algo pushes you more, which means more money and all of that type of stuff. Parents, I think, definitely need to monitor what their kids are doing. Unfortunately, I think lots of it stems from parents making the iPad a surrogate like babysitter. It's like, I don't want to deal with my kids right now. I'm just going to give them the iPad and then they can just watch YouTube, and then I'm going to go cook or go do something else or watch TV. But I think in an ideal world, parents would check what their kids are watching on YouTube. And if there's something like that that comes up, the parent should not in a confrontational way. They should explain to their kids why it's bad. Like, I don't think they should go out there with screaming and like they should definitely take the iPad away and be like, don't watch that. But then um at a maybe later in the day, they will come, okay, like, we need to have a serious discussion about why this content is bad and you shouldn't be watching it. I think lots of it comes up to parents too, but
Mhm.
it's a very deep issue. And I don't think there's like this is the answer, like one sentence can be the answer. I think it's a answer that would be compounded thanks to lots of separate things coming together to create one fix. But it's a very deep fix that needs to happen.
How do you feel about Roblox? Because I feel like if there was a movie about you, a Roblox game developer would be like the main villain. Because it's something like Club Penguin, where it's a virtual world or a bunch of virtual worlds where people could just come together and play. But at the same time, it also appeals to like your whole theme of YouTube kids rabbit holes, where kids are
Yeah,
just either bad
I've made
games
a
or just
video on
avatars. Yeah.
I've made a few videos on Roblox before. There's lots of bad on Roblox. But I think Roblox, I actually think it can be quite fun to dick around on Roblox with your friends. But unfortunately, there are those sections of it where there's like really weird stuff, like cults and like fetish stuff, which I think is very, very weird and wrong. Like, I remember I made a rabbit hole video, I think maybe about 2 years ago, on Roblox, and it was about these like weird games where like a massive girl avatar would like swallow your Roblox character, and it's like this, and like she would fart you out, and it's like, this is just fetish stuff. Like, I don't know why this exists. But as for my like opinion on Roblox, yeah, I think it can be lots of fun. Um, I think lots of, especially like Roblox obbies, I think they're quite predatory when it comes to monetization, because there's like a you finish an obstacle and there's like 5 separate circles where if your character steps on them an inch, it's like a prompt to spend money on Roblox to buy some stupid speed coil item. Um, but weirdly enough, I think Roblox has entered this irony stage. I feel like there's lots of ironic Roblox games. Like I remember, I think about 2 months ago, my friends and I joined Roblox, and there's like Diddy party games and shit where it's just like it's just irony, and it's like okay, like that's kind of funny, I guess. Um, yeah, it can be quite fun with friends, but unfortunately, there are like some avenues which are quite bad, and I think what's his name, Ruben Sim. There's
But
a
yeah, Ruben
YouTuber
Sim.
Ruben Sim. He makes lots of videos about like some of the shady stuff that happens on Roblox.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and from what I remember, I haven't watched one of his videos in a while. But from what I've watched of his, I remember it being quite eye opening and being like, oh wow, that's like really bad. Um, yeah, so it can be fun, ironically, and I think for the most part on Roblox, I think the majority of it is fine. Um, but or maybe not the majority if we're taking like predatory monetization into account, because I feel like there's lots of predatory like obby games and like games solely made to exploit kids into grabbing mom's credit card. Um, but yeah, it can be fun ironically with friends, but unfortunately there are sections of it which aren't the best. But I mean, I do enjoy playing Roblox. I play with my friends. I play with my viewers sometimes. I sometimes stream it, and it can be fun to play as a group of people. It's definitely not something I would play by myself. Like, I don't think it has. Like child me, I think if I was presented with Club Penguin or Roblox, I'd rather play Club Penguin. But then, if I was a child now, maybe I'd play a lot of Roblox. Um, yeah. Uh, it's not like I hate Roblox or anything. I think it's quite cool that kids have a place where they can go and play a whole bunch of games and like mess around with their friends. I think that's quite cool. Um, but yeah, like most things, I think if your kid is terminally on Roblox, I think parents should maybe every now and then just check in what they're doing and like see what they're playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me with Roblox, like I had made my account on Roblox in 2013, so I've been playing for a while. Like hello, it's a
Yeah.
fun game. It can be very fun.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like my main two like worries with Roblox, one thing is the avatars. Like sure, like I loved how Roblox let like users make their own like models on before it was just the catalog that was all made by Roblox themselves. Now it's all user based stuff. So like I just loved seeing people like make like some anime character or like some meme character, but then you have
Yeah. Yeah.
like really like just like proportions that maybe that are way too unrealistic, especially for a kid playing the game to even
Yeah,
have. That's
I
my
have
main
seen a bit of
worry.
that. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
lots of it stems from Roblox now has those like 17 plus games,
Yeah.
and it's just like filled with e-daters, which is really weird. It's kind of like VR chat, and I feel
Yeah.
like lots of that appeals to those kinds of people, and I think those kinds of people are kind of, I don't know, I think they're kind of weird. Um,
There's this new Roblox game genre. I don't know if it's new, but like I opened Roblox on my PS5 and on the front page I see a bunch of these games. It's like date this girl. I go into one of them. It's basically like a Steam dating sim, like a Steam like anime girl dating sim. But the thing is, you go into the
that's kind of
game.
weird.
If you want to like date this girl and interact with her, you have to like pay a decent amount of Robux. I just thought that was really weird.
Yeah, like that's really predatory. I think, like, I
Hmm.
really don't like that. Because yeah, I the glory of Roblox for me, especially a couple years ago, when my friends and I play on Xbox every now and then, was that every single game was free. Um, and you could like, sure, you could buy like speed coils and like flying carpets and shit in the games. But for the most part, you could play them for free, and they were quite fun. But now it seems like lots of Roblox games are trying their best to get money out of the people playing them. Like, I know there was some controversy about Blocks Fruits the other day, like
But
some
yeah,
scam or something. I heard about that very briefly. I've never played Blocks Fruits before. I just know that like millions of people play it every single day. Um, but yeah, what was that about? Enlighten me, like expand my brain. What was that about?
yeah, I never really played Blox Fruits a lot, but what I know is that because like I know Critical made a video on it, so he played
Yeah,
Blox Fruits because like I think the game has like yeah like you said it has millions of players, but it's like at the same time, who's talking about blocks fruits? Like you don't ever hear anyone talk about blocks fruits. So then, like I think critical, he went into the game, he bought some kind of pass or some kind of like loot crate, and then he
Yeah.
lost it in like a couple minutes. So I think it's just one of those
Really?
games where like it just kind of just made to take money off of you.
Yeah, that's really scummy. I really dislike that because, like, at the end of the day,
Hmm.
sure, like the older, weirder e-daters are probably older than like what, let's say, for being generous, 15. But the majority of the Roblox's audience are kids. Um, so when you have exploit monetization in a setting where it's a whole bunch of kids playing it, that's just really scummy. Like that sucks. That's just awful. I don't think that should be a thing. If anything, I think Roblox should crack down on especially obbies, um, because there's so many of them, on monetization and obbies, because that can be really egregious. Like that can be really bad. Like those games are, so many of them are designed to make you land in a specific spot that triggers a pop up. Um, and if you aren't careful, like if you aren't paying attention, I mean, that can take money off your card, and then you've spent money on something that you don't want to spend money on. Like I remember a couple of months ago, maybe even the beginning of last year or the end of 2023, I made a few videos on Roblox. I made a few videos on I made a few videos on Roblox. I can't speak, on Roblox. There we go. And as a joke, one of my friends bought admin on this one server, and he got nothing. Like, so he spent money and he spent Robux, and he literally got nothing for his purchase.
I remember those.
Yeah,
That's
so
like so
it's,
common.
yeah, that's so scummy. Like, it's just horrible. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, maybe Roblox aren't doing anything because, I mean, you've spent your money on Robux, they've made money. Like, then it's like not up to them. You know, it's up to your own discretion, which I think sucks. And they should be more. Um, they should definitely look into what's going on their platform more. I think, yeah, I remember that being a big thing from Ruben Sims videos, the ones that I watched maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago. It seems like Roblox, they're either blissfully unaware or deliberately unaware of what's happening on their platform, which I think sucks either way. Yeah.
So one thing I want to ask is, in terms of research, script writing, recording, and editing, how does one make a Beak video? Like go into
Okay,
the
so
process of making the
this
Beak
is this
video.
is the step-by-step process of how to make the Beak video. So I usually take, well, last year when I was doing 2 videos a month, and that's going to be my frame of reference. Um, I would script a video throughout a week. So like on Monday I would do the intro, and then I would write a couple words every single day until I'd finish my video, and then I would record non-green screen, non-face cam audio on the following Monday, and then I would record green screen audio on the Tuesday and the Wednesday, or green screen footage on the Tuesday and the Wednesday, and then I would send it off to my editor, and then he would edit it. He's like carrying my channel, and then I would send him like a specifics document of like the specific things that I want, and then he would send it back to me, and then I would upload it onto my channel. Or I've given him upload perms on my channel, so now I would just like write the title of the video, write the description, write the tags, send him the thumbnails, and then he would do all of that on his side, and then he would upload it for me. Yeah, so that's the very quick step by step how the Beak makes his videos.
Is the bonk gone now? Like is that channel abandoned?
I need to think of something to do with my second channel. And I say it every single month. I wake up, I'm like, no, I'm going to revive my second channel. And I just have no idea what to do with it. But I have more or less a plan. I want to do, now that I have time for it, because that was also a big thing last year, was the time constraint with doing YouTube, doing main and university. It was quite impossible. I want to kind of do like more low-key gaming videos on it. Like maybe like some Minecraft stuff, maybe some Roblox stuff, some more obscure games like Kerbal Space Program. So like more low key, just relaxed type stuff. Because I feel like there's a market for that. Because lots of gaming content is very high paced now, and I think especially for older people, yeah, I like my more low key gaming videos. Like I play a lot of a game called Rust, And my favorite Rust YouTuber is a YouTuber called Spoon Kid. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
And I like watch every single one of his videos. They're all like an hour, 2 hours long, and there is some editing, but it's more just like low key, which I really enjoy. And it's really nice to like watch while you eat, or have on the background while you're doing something, or like if I'm scripting, I'll have his video on in the background, or I just sit and watch them too. Like I on a plane ride I went on recently, I downloaded some of his videos and I just watched them on the plane, and it was really cool. And I really like the fact that it isn't like some kids YouTuber who's like, "Hello guys, today we're going to be playing Roblox and Minecraft." Like, it's not like that. It's like really chilled, which I like. Yeah, so I'd probably do that for the second channel. So the Bonk Revival 2025, it's happening. It will happen. I need to be set in my ways about it happening, but it will happen.
So you worked with Raymundo for your Accreditgate video. You helped Caleb out with his Minecraft Kids video, and
Yeah,
then you were also
yeah.
on Sten's video, who I also had on as a guest. As a
Cool,
guest,
yeah.
yeah.
I
You
did the
you
Wii games. I did the Wii games
yeah.
for that. Yeah.
So was there anyone else that you'd want to work with?
That's a very interesting question. Yeah, I want to work with. It would be cool to work with Terra. Who else? I don't know. There's so many people, man. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, like a dream, I guess, would be someone like Pyrocynical, but like, I don't think that would happen. But yeah, no, that's. I don't know. I actually haven't really given that much thought. Like, any new people, it'd be cool to work with Raimundo again. Maybe Caleb again. That would be sick. Um, but yeah, like Terror would be cool. As I said, Fox Akimbo would be cool. Yeah, again, like maybe like I don't know if I'm like spitballing my dreams, like Meat Canyon, like
Meat
that
Canyon.
would be really cool. But like, it's the interesting thing is I don't really watch that many commentary videos. Well, like I say that like daily commentary videos. You've got other YouTubers who I watch like Pine Lee and Eddie Burback, and they're like that would be
Mhm.
really cool to get if I could work with those guys. Yeah, so I mean maybe I want to try to make stuff happen this year. So like maybe I don't know that could be really cool. Yeah, but like I haven't really given that much thought. I need to though. It's something I've been meaning to do.
Mhm. All right, I'm just gonna give you a bunch of bullet questions. So,
Okay,
what's your number one favorite game of all time?
that is Pokemon Platinum.
Pokemon Platinum. Okay, that was like
Yeah.
unexpected. I thought you were gonna say Club Penguin or something from
No, yeah, it's
2014.
it's really hard though. Like favorite game of all time. Probably my go-to answer is usually always okay. Tied Club Penguin and Pokemon Platinum first. Those are my two favorite games.
Are you a Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox guy?
Pretty much all of them.
All three. All right.
Yeah, all three. What's funny is that I mean, you just have a PC. I mainly play games on my PC now. All Xbox games come to PC. PlayStation games come to PC. PlayStation 5's got no games. Nintendo games, you just emulate them. Um, yeah, I'm a all three. I'm a PC guy. There we go. I'm a PC player. I get everything.
What's your number one favorite cartoon?
Oh, that's hard. I don't know. That's really hard. I've got a few. Avatar: The Last Airbender's up there. That's really good.
One.
Uh, I guess if it's not really a cartoon, but Dragon Ball Z. Um,
Count it.
yeah, if we're counting anime and cartoons as one, Dragon Ball Z, um, Avatar: The Last Airbender, original Ben 10. Oh, this is really hard. This is really hard. Let's go with those three for now, because I'd sit here and think about them. So Dragon Ball Z, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and original Ben 10. I feel
All
like
right.
there's
What's
one I'm
your
missing though. I feel like there's one I'm missing.
missing one?
I'm gonna kick myself.
A lot of people on here have said Adventure Time.
I never watched it. I
Oh
never
wow.
watched Adventure Time. I've never watched an episode of Adventure Time.
Mhm.
Yeah, but man, Avatar: The Last Airbender is so peak though. It's so
It
good.
is. You're actually the first
It's
person to say Avatar. Like I've had SpongeBob. Caleb said Phineas and Ferb. Raymundo
that
said
was also good.
Clone Wars. We've had a
Never
bunch of
watched Clone
unique
Wars.
answers too. You never watched it.
Um, yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is really good. Well, there's Pingu too.
Pingu.
That's one of them. Yeah, I mean, I have to say that. Yeah, okay. So Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like the problem if your brain starts working. the first thing that comes to mind is Avatar: Last Airbender, Dragon Ball Z, Pingu, and what else did I say? What was my
You
other one?
said Ben 10.
Ben 10, original Ben 10. Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite food of all time?
Your favorite food of all time?
Yeah,
You can't go wrong with a good pizza. That's mine.
pizza.
Good pizza. Specifically like a salami or a Hawaiian with no pineapple because I'm a child. You can't go wrong with a good pizza. Like a really well-made pizza's best thing in the world.
Mhm. All right, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I don't want to be boring either. Because someone might be like, "Ooh, super strength or invisibility."
Yeah, invisibility
Um,
or flight. I'll just keep it easy. Invisibility or flight.
invisibility or flight. Are those my two
Yeah.
options? Flight.
If you flight, all right.
Yeah, that's mine. What about yours? What's yours?
My superpower, I don't know, I always change it. Like, I think most 9 times out of 10, I always say invisibility. Yeah, or like time stopping. I
Interesting.
say no, time stopping is the one I say 9 times out of 10.
That could
You
be
just
quite
freeze
cool.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be quite cool. Mine's probably flight though. Yeah, yeah. Or I don't know, like going Super Saiyan. That would be cool.
Super
I think
Saiyan.
that'd be yeah. I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah. If I had to choose between invisibility or flight, flight.
Mhm. All right, if there was anywhere in the world you could go, where would it be?
Oh. Anywhere in the world that I could go to. Oh, that's really hard. I've got lots of places I want to go to. Oh, because there's so many. Uh, any place in the world. Weirdly enough, Chernobyl. I don't know why that's
Chernobyl.
come to. Chernobyl would be cool. That would be sick. I think that'd be really. Yeah, I've actually always wanted to go to Chernobyl. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's mine.
Mhm. All right, what's next for the Beak?
I've got a video coming up tomorrow that that you guys can watch now if you're gonna watch channel. Yeah, this year is gonna focus on growth, focus on uploading more per month because I've got more time. Shorts too. I want to do some shorts because those are really good for growth. But I don't know if I want to do those on a separate channel or main. I'd have to experiment with that. But I want to bring in. I want to go away strictly from commentary. I want to do like more gaming stuff again. I want to do like media discussions. Like I've been thinking about making a video about The Simpsons because for some unknown reason, a new like habit of mine is collecting really funny Simpsons merch. So I've got like I've got a Homer Simpson mug. My girlfriend got me Homer Simpson slippers. I have a Homer Simpson light. I've got a Homer Simpson shirt. Like I've just been like, I don't know why this is a thing that I've been doing, but I've just been doing it. So yeah, I want to do like media discussions, but all in all, mainly just growth and expansion. That's what's next for the Beak 2025.
All right, and I guess we could start our segment. So at the end of every show, I bring up, I give you a fun fact about a random marine animal. And you have to draw that marine animal in under a minute.
Under a minute. Oh shit. Okay, let me open my paint then quickly.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, so the marine animal I chose for you is a West African lungfish. And a fun fact about them.
What the hell is a West African lungfish?
I didn't know what that was. I looked up African fish.
What is a West? What is this? I've never seen this in my entire life before, and I live here. What the fuck is a West African lungfish?
And a fun fact about them, they have 2 lungs and can breathe air. That's why they got the name.
As if they're called the lungfish. What? The lungfish has got lungs? No ways. I need to draw this, right?
Yeah, in under a minute. You can have a reference image and then just let me know when you're ready to start the timer.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
All right, and your timer starts now.
Okay. So that's gonna be his body. He's kind of like an eel, and he's got a thing that goes like that to a point. This looks absolutely horrible. Then he's got like fins that go like this. And then how am I doing on time?
40 seconds left.
Okay. I'm gonna give him a smile because he's happy because he likes being an African lungfish.
I need to look at what this thing looks like again.
Then they have those like
it is so weird
things.
It is so weird. I thought this was like a cryptid. I did not think this was real.
Yeah, it's like some fucking Lovecraftian creature. Okay, do I need to color it?
Oh, you don't have to, as long
Okay,
Yeah, you
there
don't
we
have to
go.
color in. All right, and you got a few seconds left, and your timer just ends.
Okay, there we go.
Or you can just make any like last finishing touches if it's like open, and then yeah, you can just send it to me through Discord. And
Okay.
I'll review it.
Okay, I will send it to you.
Let's
Let
see
me just
this.
snipping tool this thing. So here's my West African lungfish. Here you go. Hopefully it's good.
Oh, awesome. Okay, that's good. That's good.
If you like
All
my
right.
lungfish,
Yeah, it's
I should
awesome.
sell that as an NFT.
You should. You should.
Yeah, I'll sell that as an NFT. I'll make $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we end the show, do you have any closing thoughts? Any closing statements you want to give to the audience?
Watch my videos and all my adverts, and then give me money. No, yeah, thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. Yeah, it was really interesting. I got to learn what an African lungfish is.
Yeah. Again, yeah. Thanks for coming on. Like we've been like planning this for a bit, and you're our first guest of 2025, so it's a good start. It's a really good start.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, just thanks again. And for the audience, check us out: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Finn.